A-frames. Now, set them up quickly. 3, 2, 1, go. B-U-L-L-S, Bulls!
All-Girl itself doesn't get enough recognition just because it's just a different kind of bond. It's just a bunch of girls and we all work so hard, and these are probably the strongest group of 50 girls I've ever met in my life, and I think that at the end of the day people just forget that we still work just as hard as everyone else do.
We have created a really amazing culture over the past 4 years that I've been here, where all of us are really good friends and we also push each other to work hard and hold each other accountable and just do everything we do for each other. This team means absolutely everything to me. These girls are like my family, and I genuinely could not imagine my college experience without USF cheerleading.
Come on, one and done. Do it right, do it right, am I right?
Hands down, people don't understand how much goes into, the behind the scenes. Even things that we do at games and people, applaud and they think it's so cool, they don't realize how hard people have worked and how many X's and O's go to it.
It's a pretty athletic, hardworking team, so we're working out pretty much, I would say most part, 5 to 6 days a week and just doing everything we can outside of practice to be our best selves inside of practice.
One thing I wish people knew more about, and this isn't even just USF cheerleading, it's just cheerleading in general, is that we also do compete for ourselves, which a lot of people don't know about. We work on a lot of our competition skills and get a lot of exposure with a crowd at our football games, basketball games, and volleyball games, and lacrosse games, and we all do love to cheer those very much, but I think it's also important to see the other side of us where we are being the athletes.
And that's the kind of the fun thing with cheerleading is no matter how much work you put in, it really just matters what you do in those 2.5 minutes that we're on that traditional mat or game day mat or premier mat, whatever mat is going. And we're just here to work our absolute hardest and do everything we can to be our best that specific day.
I want to remind you that if you're doing elite stunts, they do need to have zones. It's just a barrel roll that she needs to maintain hollow on. Okay, let's do it again. Okay, pop down, don't talk. So obviously we can still call the Let's Go Bulls and USF A-frame. A lot of them will say that I'm tough on them, at certain times, but we say corrections are love. We try early on, right when they make the team, to make them realize that any accountability that they are being held to is for the betterment of themselves and for the team.
Having those coaches that were there to guide me through the little steps, and even my teammates were there to help me get better. I spent so much of spring just learning from my fellow teammates and growing as an athlete.
And a lot of them come back and say, I still think of this moment where, you maybe got on me and told me that was unacceptable, but now I am better at my job because of that moment. Or you held us accountable in this way and we learned a life lesson from it.
While I've gained a lot of different cheerleading skills throughout my 4 years here, I would say the biggest thing that I've learned from All-Girl is just the life lessons and learning how to be a better person, learning how to be responsible, working on your time management skills.
We put in so much effort day in and day out to support this university and to show our love for the university. So cheering for all of our fellow teams throughout basketball, throughout football, and then getting to basically support them and show off the name at nationals is really a big deal for us.
Here we go! 3, 5, 7, 1, 3.
Nationals is an animal of its own with, constant video review. We very much review plays, a lot like any other sports team.
We talk a lot about hitting, and hitting is when our routine is all in the air, nothing falls. We're not really there to win. We're there to hit our routines and do our job, because we know that if we hit, we have the possibility to win, but if we don't hit, we don't have the possibility to win. And this is kind of, just kind of what we all, I feel build our lives around, our school and everything. Yes, it's important, but we came here to cheer and we came here to make this bond with these girls because we all are pushing for the same end goal.
It's hard having a bunch of girls, but we are all really good friends and we're all very close with each other, and it's so fun getting to be with each other day in and day out. Being able to step on that mat knowing I can rely on every single one of my teammates if I'm struggling throughout my routine or if I'm falling short, that I know if I looked right next to me onto the floor, that someone's going to be there to pick me back up.
We always tell them, like, you'll always remember, nationals and be proud of those championships, but they make lifelong friendships. They meet their best friends, sometimes they meet their significant other. That is almost like more special than any of the championships, because it means a lot that you've left your mark on the USF community.